Every day is blessing when we appreciate our life. Good morning, everyone. With eminent joy and immense bliss, I extend my warm welcome to all in this Rabia session. To invoke the Almighty, let's begin with the prayer song.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
Yogamasam tu yo vidye desha kala upapaditam purusham purusham vishyaha sa neyo Bishakuttamam. One of the reference about best physician is traceable from the description of Charaka, one who is the best physician who knows administration of plant according to the place and time and also keeping in the view of individual constitution. In today's session, we will be discussing about field observation to microscopical identification of plant drug. Before starting the session, I would like to go through few of the basic instructions to be followed throughout the session. Filling your full name along with roll number to be displayed is appreciated. For uninterrupted class session, use laptop or mobile with high-speed internet connection. Please make sure your microphone is on mute to have a disturbance-free session. In case of any disruption, please check your internet connection firstly, and if the problem is within our network connection, kindly raise the issue in the chat box. Any question regarding the session can be raised in the chat box, which will be addressed at the end of the session. Participants are not requested to share the Zoom ID and password, if so strictly restricted from the group and will not be allowed for future class. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Harris. We are very joyful and cheerful on your presence among us today. Now, without any further ado, let's hand over the session to Dr. Harris. Over to you, sir.
Yes. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Source drugs, adulterants, and substitutes. You know, the great variability in the plant species while selectioning of the Ayurvedic drug. The source plants which are mentioned in API, then British Pharmacopoeia, like that authenticated source drugs, we are having number of medicinal plants distributed all over the world. Day by day, what happens, we are not meeting the drugs to supply to the manufacturer's unit because of the industrialization, modern life, urbanization, like that. So many different reasons we are not getting the mother plantlets. For that, the peoples, we are in search of different pratinidhi dravyas, adulterants, substitutes, like that. We are going for the different plants for the preparation of so many medicines. The meaning of adulteration as a practice of substituting the original crude drug partially or fully with other substances which is either free from inferior in therapeutic, chemical properties or addition of low-grade spoiled drugs or entirely different drug similar to that original drug, substituted with an intention of enhancement of profits. The adulteration may also be defined as mixing or substituting the original drug material with other. The main intention is the commercialization. This is the main reason behind that one. This may happen naturally or artificially, deliberate and non-deliberate. Spurious, inferior, defective, spoiled, useless, and other parts of the same or different plant. For example, the shmula. Nowadays, we are not using the roots of Bruhad Panchmula. Like that, the harmful substances or drug which do not conform the official standards, a drug shall be deemed to be adulterated if it consists in whole or in a part of any fifth petrified or decomposed substances. A treatise published 2 centuries ago on adulteration in food, culinary materials is a proof for this practice as an old age. Due to adulteration, faith in the herbal drugs has declined. See, in the olden days, what we are doing, the Vaidya himself is going to the forest and collect the medicinal plants and prepare the medicine and giving the patients. Nowadays, we are completely dependent on the raw drug suppliers. Those who are raw drug supplier supply the raw drug in the name of Salaparni in the Prashnaparni, we have to put that drug on. This is nowadays happening all over the India. See, different types of adulteration which we are having one by one. Let us see what are those. Drugs are generally adulterated or substituted with a substandard, inferior, or artificial drugs. First one is substitution with the substandard commercial varieties. Adulterants resembles the original crude drug morphologically, chemically, therapeutically, but are substandard in nature and cheaper in cost. This is most common type of adulteration. This is very commonly happening all over the India. Substitution with superficially similar inferior drugs. Inferior drugs may or may not have any chemical or therapeutic value. They resemble only the morphological similarity. So, due to its resemblance, they are used as adulterants. Substitution with artificially manufactured substances. The drug is adulterated with a substance which has been prepared artificially. The artificially manufactured substance resembles the original drug. This method is followed for the costlier drug. Suppose example I will give you, one is Hingu, another one is Kesar. The best example is the Vanshalochana. Nowadays we are not getting Vanshalochana from the natural sources. The chemical, you know, the gels that we are using in the preparations of Sitopaladi Churna. Substitution with exhausted drug. This is very beautifully, they are giving so many examples. The same drug is admixed, but that drug is devoid of medicinally active substances as it been extracted already. Mainly volatile oil containing drugs like clove, coriander, fennel, caraway are the adulterated by this method. As it is devoid of color taste due to extraction. Natural color and taste is manipulated with additives. See in the market, the best examples of this clove and coriander, jeera, usually we are extracting the arka from the coriander, then jeera, etc. And after that one, we are releasing into the market to utilization in the pharmaceutical companies. Like that also clove oil is extracted, then it is released into the market. Like that, very beautifully they are exhausting all these precious medicinal plant products. Substitution with the synthetic chemicals to enhance natural character. Synthetic chemicals are used to enhance natural character of the exhausted drug. Example, citrol is added to citrus oil like lemon oil, then orange oils. These are admixed with very lower, cheaper oils. Presence of vegetative matter of the same plant. Some miniature plants growing along with the medicinal plants are added to their color, odor, and constituents. Then harmful adulterants. Some of the harmful materials as adulterants which are collected from the market, waste materials and admixed with drug. It is done for only on the liquid drugs. Adulteration of powders. How these beautifully powders are adulterated means we can't able to identify whether it is adulterated or original drug. For example, I will give you a lot of examples. The kumkum case, then this, the marich powder, the mirchi powder, then haldi. These are all the best example. They are adulteration of powders. The drugs which are not in the form of mm, powders are frequently adulterated. Powder form very easily in the market. They are adulterated with so many other powders. Example: dextrin is added in ipecacuanha, exhausted ginger in ginger, red sanderson wood in capsicum powder, and powdered bark adulterated with brick powder, kampilaka. Like that, very beautiful examples we are getting in this one. Reason of adulteration. Why we are making this adulteration? Because the first main thing is the money. For the financial improvement, they are making this adulteration. Then the second one is confusion in vernacular names. In Ayurveda, Parpada refers to Fumaria parviflora. In Siddha, Parvagadam refers to Mullugo pentaphylla. Owing to the similarity in the names and the traditional system of medicine, these two herbs are often interchanged and adulterated or substituted. Because of popularity of Siddha medicine in some parts of South India, traders in the regions supply Mullugu pentaphylla as a Parpagadam. And in the North Indian suppliers, they are supplying Fumaria indica, Fumaria paviflora. These two can be easily identify the presence of pale yellow to mild brown colored powder. Thin wiry stems, small simple leaves of Mullugu pentaphylla, and black to dark brown colored digitate leaves with narrow segments of Fumaria parviflora. Like that, Casuarina equisetifolia for Taramix indica and Aloe Erva lanata for the Virginia ciliata are the sum of the similar other example for the adulteration due to the confusion in the names. Lack of knowledge about of authenticate source. Very beautiful concept of this one. Lack of knowledge about of authentic source. Nagakesara is one of the best example and also an important drug in Ayurveda. The authentic source in Mesua we are using. However, in the market samples are adulterated with the flowers of Canophyllum, Minophyllum, or this cinnamon also flowers they are putting. Though the authentic plant is available in plenty throughout the Western Ghats and parts of Himalayas, but the suppliers are unaware of it. This is the reason. There may also some restrictions in the forest collections. Nowadays, it is very big problematic. Nobody is entered to the reserved forest to collect the natural plants or natural products from the forest itself. This is also a main reason to get the original products. They may also, due to the some reasons in Canophyllum, which is in the plants, it is sold as the name of Nagakesara. Authentic flowers can be easily identified by morphologically in the presence of two-celled ovary, whereas in case of spurious flowers, they are single-celled. Similarity in morphology. Morphologically similar plants which are adulterated, like Micuna pruriens is the best example. It is adulterated with other similar papillonaceous seeds having similarity in morphology. That is Micuna utilis and Micuna degeneria. Big variety are the popular adulterants. Apart from this one, Micuna cochin chinensis, Canavelia virosa, Canavelia ensiformis are sold in the name of Mucuna pruriata. Authentic seeds are up to 1 centimeter in length with shining mosaic pattern of black and brown color in their surface. Whereas Mucuna deringeneria and Mucuna utilities are bigger in size, about it is 2 centimeters in length. While Mucuna degeneria is dull black, Mucuna utilities it is in white or buff colored in nature. Another reason is the lack of authentic plant. One example, Hypericum perforatum, it is cultivated and sold in the European markets. In India, availability of this species is very limited. However, abundant of Indo-Nepal species, Hypericum patulum, is sold in the name of Hypericum perforatum. The market sample is whole plant with flowers. It is easily identified, sir. Them taxonomically, any taxonomist will very easily identify this plant. Anatomically also, transfer section also we can identify very easily. Hollow pith we can see in the center, calcium oxalate crystals, whereas Hypericum patulum has broader phloem, partially hollow pith and presence of calcium oxalate crystals. Another big reason is similarity in color. It is well known that with the course of time, drug materials get changed or substituted with other plant species. One example is Ratanjut is a recently example. According to that, suppliers and non-timer forest products contractors in the past, the roots of Entilago madras petensis were collected from the Western Ghats as the only source of Ratanjut. However, that has not been practiced now. It is clearly known that the source of Anavilia encuchoma, vernolichoma is a reded eye. Encuchoma madras petens recently, wherever it is available in the market, in the name of Ratanjut is original name. People, the Brahmi, Mandukaparani, Bhungaraja, Neeli, this is the big problem while collecting the Brahmi and other the terrestrial herbs. They are collect other weeds also along with that. For example, Parmelia peltatite is used in the Ayurveda, Unani and also Siddha, but it is also used as grocery. Market sample showed that admixed with other species, Parmelia perforata, Parmelia cirrhota, sometimes Usnea species also mixed with them. Authentic plants can be identified by their thallus nature in the flower exclusively by keeping the flower, we can identify this Parmelia peltata. Let us see types of substitutions. Using totally different drug. Usually using totally different drug. Barangi, Clerodendron indicum, you know that, and Kantakari. These are all two species. Barangi has bitter in taste, Lagu Rukshaguna and also Kapha Vatahara property. While Kantagari, it's having Katu Vipaka and Ushnavirya. It has glycosides, both verbinosides, solanicides, solamargin, solazurin, respectively. Both indicum and xanthocarpum have shown antihistaminic activity. Both this Kantagari are commonly used in the diseases related to in the respiratory system, which are usually associated with the release of histamines and other steroids. Substitution of the species belonging to the same family. This is one of the big problem. एक family में आ गया तो then we can use it without in thinking we are mixing with the adulterants. This Datura, the best example is Datura metal and Datura stomanium can be considered here. Chemical constituents are, you know, that alkaloids, scopolamine, atropine, isoamine, lysosine. These alkaloids are provided as bronchodilatory and inhibitor of secretion of mucous membrane. The alcoholic extract of Datura metal shows anthelmintic activity. The alkaloid present in both species as well as proven the bronchodilators and also they inhibit the secretion of mucous membrane of the respiratory tract. Thus, as far as the diseases of respiratory tract are considered, both Datura metal and Datura stomanium are beneficial, while as Datura metal would be a better choice as it is proven anthelmintic. See the difference between these two similar family members. Using different species. Two types of Gokshura, you know that one, Trubulus terrestris, the original. The another one is which we are using, Pidalium murex, Brihat Gokshura. Trubulus terrestris has chemical constituents like chlorogenin, diasgenin, protein, rhamnoids, alkaloids, while Pidalium murex has historol, ursolic acid, aniline, and flavonoids and alkaloids. Both the species are proven for its nephroprotective, lithoprotective, and diuretic hepatoprotective activities. The clinical conditions where Gokshura is indicated, Mutraksha, Ashmari, Premeha, etc. Both the Trubulus terrestris and Pidalium murex appear to be appreciated. Using different parts of the plant. This is now happening all over the India. The roots of Sida cardifolia, whole plant of the Sida cardifolia can be considered. Root has the chemical constituents such as citrosinol, active glycerinoids, while the whole plant has alkaloids, hydrocarbons, fatty acids, and ephedrine. Various extracts of whole the plant showed antibacterial, antioxidant, hyperglycemic, and hepatoprotective and cardiotonic activities. Though it is the root which is mentioned as official part of Sida cardifolia in the classics as Valya, Shotahara, etc. Modern research prove that even the aerial part also equally effective. Due to same in action, Embolica officinalis shows antioxidant, hepatoprotective, antimicrobial, hypoglycemic, hepatovolemic action, whereas Semicarpus shows anti-tumor, hepatotensive, antiseptic, and anti-cancerous properties. Both the Amlaki and Ballataka are Rasayana drugs. In current practice, Rasayana formulations are employed as adjuvant therapy in the chronic as well as malignant diseases. Amlaki can be employed as Rasayana in chronic debilitating the diseases like bronchial asthma, diabetes, etc. While Ballataka would be better to choose malignant conditions, both solid tumors and leukemia, especially in the cancer. See, Pashana Beda, you know very beautifully this plant. In the Pashana Beda, Pashana means stone, Beda means break. You know that one. Stones are meant for its particular concept may be meant there either stones formed in the body or stones in the nature. Very commonly, you know that is kidney stones, yeah, gallbladder. At present, the following plants are being used as Pashana Beda in the different parts of India. Let us see what are those. See, Ervalanetta, Amania buxifera, Rotula aquatica, Virginia ligulata, Coleus aromaticus, Bryophyllum pinnatum, Ocimum basilicum, and also we can see these are all belongs to the different families also, and see the regions where we are using all these plants which are available in large quantities in their respective states and other things. In Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, North India, Bengal, where the availability of these plant species we can use in the name of Pashan Beda. See the pictures, we can see that Bryophyllum pillata, Yerba lanata, Coleus aromaticus. Like this, we can use in the name of Pashana Beda. Another one is Arjuna. Very beautifully they are mentioned in the name of this. Terminally, Arjuna belongs to the family Combrataceae. In the name of this one, we can use Sterculia urens in the part of Gujarat and northeast areas. Another name, the roadside avenue flowering plant is Lagestromia flos, Regina. This plant considered as source of Arjuna, but real Arjuna is different. It is having the cardiotonics. In the name of terminal Arjuna, we can use also terminale paniculata, terminalia tomentosa also we can use in the name of Arjuna. See the original Arjuna, the bark and the fruit which we can identify very easily, whereas the other two species we can see that adulterated substitutes which we are using. Ashoka, very well known plant to you, Polyalthia longifolia, Saraka indica. For this we can use Shoria robusta and also Bahinia variegata. These plant are also barks are sold as Ashoka bark, but the big problem is another the Ashoka garden Ashoka, Polyalthia longifolia. The name, by the name only we can use in the name of Ashoka. Ashoka means Ashokam Shokanashakam. It means it relieves from the Shoka. But nowadays, what is happening in the name of Ashoka, we can using the different barks. Ashokam Shoka Vahanam ho gaya. See, original Ashoka, Polyalthia longifolia, and also Bahinia variegata we are using in the name of Ashoka. Ashwagandha, beautifully you know that one. This plant, Vidania somenifera, among that one, Nagori Ashwagandha is the best plant which we are using. And also they are mentioning 1 or 2 year old plant, roots which we wanted to use that one. But nowadays, what is happening 2 to 3 years, after 3 years, 4 year plants also we can use in the name of these roots. While the chemical constituents of this plant after flowering and fruiting, the alkaloids which are present in the roots are declining after years by years. 2 years, 3 years, 4 year roots are the percentage of alkaloids, vidanin and other chemical constituents are the percentage of this chemical constituents are declining. In this also we can use the adulterated with the aerial parts. Bazar ashwagandha, this Batatas paniculata. Nobody is knowing about of this Batatas paniculata. See Batatas paniculata. Exactly that roots are resembling this ashwagandha roots. For this only we wanted to do the this microscopy. Whatever may be the identification is required for this one. Where this Daru Haridra is the best another example. Daru means wood, Haridra means turmeric. This plant whose hoods is yellowish considered as Daru Haridra. That is the Barbaris aristata. belongs to the Barbaridaceae, available in the Himalayan region. Whereas in the South India, we can use very easily this Cocinium fenstratus, belongs to Minis spermiaceae. We can use in South India. The Cocinium, it's having soft woody climber, hence it is not considered as a source of Dharvaridra. See, the Dharvaridra, the original plant which you can see, the Cocinium fenstratus, and another, the official source of that plant. Rasna, everybody knows that one. The name of this one, the official source is Lucia lanceolata. In the name of this one, we can use Vanda roxburghiana, Alpinia galanga. In the south, we can easily use it, whereas the Lucia lanceolata, north, we can easily use it. Viscum album belongs to Loranthaceae family. This is a parasite. And also one more, Vidania coagulensis, we can use in the name of Rasna. And also the Aristolochia indica we can use, Inula racemosa we can use. And also lastly the Ralphia serpentina also use, Vinca rosea also use, Anicostemma littorale also you can use. See, these plants are belongs to the different families which we are using in the name of Rasna. See, the Lucia lanceolata, Alpinia galanga, Vanda, these are all some best example pictures I'm showing you. This is the main plant which came across the Nagakesara, Mesoifera, belongs to family Guttiferaceae. In the name of this one, Acrocarpus longifolia, which we are using, belongs to the same family. Another one, the Cinnamon whitey, this flower also we can use in the name of Nagakesara. Tamala, unripened fruit are also used in the name of Nagakesara. Another plant, Dillania pentagona or Dillania indica, Bhavya, which we are using in the name of this Nagakesara. Mulberry Nagakesara, we can use this. See the photographs of this original Nagakesara, Mesoifera, whereas this Acrocarpus longifolia, and on the other hand, the cinnamon species. These are all we can use in the name of the Nagakesara. Twak. You know this Twak, Cinnamon zeylanica, and Cinnamon cassia. Apart from this one, the difference is very easily we can identify it morphologically. Cinnamon zeylanica and Cinnamon cassia. Cinnamon cassia is with bark, Cinnamon zeylanica without bark. Cinnamon zeylanica with multiple quills, whereas in Cinnamon cassia, only one or two quills we can see. In the name of this Twak, we can use so many other cinnamon species like Cinnamon eucarpum, Cinnamon mulberricum, like that we can use this one. Brahmi as Mandukaparni, Brahmi as Lavanka, Mandukaparni. This confusion we can use in the name of Brahmi, both they are confusing and putting in the preparations. In the name of Mandukaparni, Brahmi is putting. In the name of Brahmi, we can use the Mandukaparni. See, why we are not using this Bacopa manere and Centella asiatica are completely different plants, but we are using as usual, oh nahi milegi to ye dal do, ye nahi milegi to oh dal. See these beautiful pictures of this Mandukaparni, Aindri, Bacopa manere. This Bacopa manere also we can very clearly differentiate other species of this Brahmi. Whereas this Bacopa moneri, it is having white flower with blue tinged flowers. On the other side, we can see this Bacopa floribunda, completely bluish flower. This we can field also, and also in the lab we can very easily identify through it flower morphology. Whereas in the Centella asiatica, see Brahmi, Manduka Parni, in the name of this one Convolvulaceae member, Convolvulus, this species which we can usually throughout the India without knowing that. See the shape of that leaves, exactly it resembles that Centella asiatica. Whereas this Kanchanara, we can use all the 4 species which are available in our nature: Bauhinia variegata, Bauhinia tomentosa, Bauhinia purpurea, acuminata. Whereas this Mashaparni also we can use whatever may be the Fabaceae members which we are using: Vigna, Hazeolus, calculatus, Rhinocasis, then Atlosia also we can use in the name of Mashaparni. See, we already came across this plant, this bark used as a kanchanar. All the 4 plant species which we can use. Another very well-known plant, this is Guduchi galoi. This is a dioecious plant, more or less. You know the name dioecious nature. The male plant is different and female plant is different. Those plants are called dioecious plants. This Minispermiaceae also showing this dioecious nature. Male plant is different, female plant is different. Like this, so many research works has been conducted in the university. The female Guduchi, it is having the more efficacy than the male Guduchi. It is very easily we can identify in the field, whereas the female Guduchi, we are getting beautiful fruits, whereas male Guduchi, only flowers we can get. And also in Guduchi, we are having 3 different sources. Tinospora cardifolia is the official source, whereas Mulberica, it is having big leaves, and also whereas Tinophora sinensis, the small hairs which are present on the leaves. Exclusively this Tinospora mulberica, which is available in Kerala and Tamil Nadu borders. See this Murwa, another one, the big interesting plant which we are using, Masdenia tennicissima, belongs to Apocynaceae. In the name of this one, we can use the locally available Masdenia royaliana, the Sansevieria xylanica, Electria sisora avartagi, and also Clematis goweriana, and also Chemum for fragrance also we can use. See this Sansevieria roxburghia. It is a garden plant actually, we can use in the name of Murwa. Another very beautiful plant, this is Sariva. Official source is Emidus syndicus. In the name of this one, we can use the Krishna Sariva roots, Echinocarpus frutescens. Nowadays, this Decalepis hamiltoniae, it is cultivating all over the India. All over the India, usually you are getting this Decalepis hamiltoniae roots. Very interesting and important, rare and endangered plant, this Vidanga. Embellia ripes, everybody know that one. Embellia ripes is the Vidanga. But nobody observed or identified or see this plant Vidanga. It is rare, endangered, and also it is not usually available in India. Only 2 to 3 places Embellia ripes, which we are Assam Valley, then the Western Ghats, Kerala, Tamil Nadu region, we are getting this original Embellia ripes. Actually, this Embellia ripes is a hard climber. But usually the peoples are know this Embelia ripe Vidanga is a shrub. For that, in the name of this Vidanga, Embelia Gerium cottam we are using, Embelia robusta we are using, Myrcena africana, Myrcena indica, Misa indica, which we are getting in the market. Jivanti, very well known plant to you. In the name of this Jivanti, we can use so many plants. Olostemma annulare, yeah, Olostemma adacodin, Drachia valuabilis. Usually accepted source are the Olostemma annulare in the south, whereas Leptodina reticulata in the north we can use in the name of Jivanti. Patola, Trichosanthus cucumeria. Nowadays, this Trichosanthus cucumeria wild plant is not available in the forest. In the name of vegetable plant, we can use Trichosanthus dioica, Trichosanthus sanguiana. Then we are go for Coccinia grandis, bimbi. Ovinai milegitu, we can go for Momardica carentia, Momardica dioica. Dioica we can use. All over the India, this is a big problem where we are using in the name of Patola, we are using all these plants. Bhumi Amlaki. Everybody is saying Philanthus niruri. Philanthus niruri, it is already extincted. The name of that one, Philanthus Madras patensis, Philanthus urinaria, Philanthus fraternus, we are using in the name of Bhumi Amlaki. Chitraga, you know that Plumbago, rosea in south we are using, whereas in north we are using Plumbago xylanica, white flowers. Another plant which we normally getting in the gardens, that is blue colored Chitraka, Plumbago capensis. Rather than this one, I observed the yellow color Chitraka while I am collecting in the forest. I came across this one. Vidari, very big problematic plant. Furaria tuberosa belongs to the family Fabaceae. We can easily identify big roots we can get from the underground. In the name of this Furaria tuberosa all over the India, we can get this Ipomea digitata, very commonly available in the south and north India in the fences. Then Adina hondalas we can use. In the north, usually this Cyca species very common. Cyca circinalis we can use in the name of Vidari. Verbicifolium we can use in the name of Vidari. Arca, whatever char, 4 species which we are getting, all the Arca we are using, Calotropis gigantea, Procera, small flowers, big flowers, all the 4 plants which we are using in the name of Arcus. Punarnava, the official source is Bohemia diffusa. The name of this one, Erecta, Comicarpus verticillatus, Trianthema portula castrum, Urshabu, Shwetapunarnama. In the name of Pushkaramula, Inula resimosa, Physilanthus trivirancensis, Iris girardinica, Castus speciosa, Susuria lepa also we can use in the name of Pushkaramula. Soma, very rare and endangered plant. Ephedra girardinia is the official source, whereas in the name of this, we can use this Sarcostemma acidum and also Crinum latifolia and garden plant. And also in some places they are using this Ruta graviolensis, Ruta Nagadali in south in the garden, and also in some home herbal gardens we are putting this Nagadali, Ruta graviolensis. See, these are all the Punarnava varieties. Bahirvia diffusa, Bahirvia acuminata, Urshabu, Tranthema, Portula castrum. See this Sahachara, Barlaria prionitis belongs to Acanthesi. All the Acanthesi members which we are using in the name of Barlaria cristata, Barlaria strigosa, Vedi, Justicia botanica, Barlaria cotuli. These are all different colors which we are using. The white, pink, purple, yellow. Yellow is the official source. In the name of that one, we can use all the different colors of this Barlaria. Shankapushpi, Convolvulus, pluricalis. In the name of this one, Convolvulus alcinoides, Conscora, Decusita, Clitoria ternatia also. By the name, they are confusing and also using in this Clitoria ternatia. Agnimantha, Clerodendron Formidis is the official source. In the name of this one, Premna corymbosa, Crema flaminardis, and other species of Premna we are using in the name of Agnimantha. See what we discussed, Parpataki. Fumaria indica is the official source. In the name of that one, Mulluga pentaphylla. Pentaphylla means 5 leaves. Justicia procumbens we are used. Peristrope bicalculata we can use. Waldenlandia corymbosa also we can use in the name of Parpataki. And also Butia manusperma, they are mentioned in some text used in the name of Parpataki. See this Convolvulus pluricalis, Conscora diffusa, then Clitoria ternatia. These are all the different sources or adulterants and substitutes. While we are going to the microscopic profile of this adulterants and substitutes, see this Ashoka, it's having a rough bark, latitudinal striations. While we are going to the microscopic characters, we can get the crystal fibers, scleroids, lignified fibers, and lignified cork. Whereas in the name of Ashoka, we can use Polyalthia langifolia, pale yellow in color, the dark, the rough bark which we are using. All the fibers are lignified. Crystal fibers are we are not finding under the microscope. This is the adulterant which we are using in the name of Ashoka. Like that, Arjuna, you know that the color of that bark is flesh color. In the name of that one, usually in the market you can use Terne alata tomentosa. By seeing that morphology, we can differentiate these two barks, whereas anatomically also we can differentiate by seeing under the microscope the original Arjuna, which having both cluster and rosette crystals, whereas in other species we are having only rosette crystals. In the original Arjuna, we are getting the lignified fibers very spontaneously, whereas in the Bheda, terminally other species, we are not getting the lignified fibers. Kutaja, usually this Kutaja root bark and the stem bark are adulterated, whereas the stem bark is reverse quilled. Morphologically, we can see very easily, whereas root bark is very striped and reddish in color. And also one more confusion, while we are using these seeds, Hollerina, Antidysenterica and Rhytia tinctoria, very beautifully we can differentiate Hollerina Antidysenterica, which is having bitter in taste, whereas Rhytia tinctoria sweetish in taste. By this only we can differentiate these two plant seeds. Indravaran. This is the microscopical observation. Shweta Kutaja and Kutaja. Gambari, root bark and stem bark also we can differentiate very easily by observing its scleroids nature, then the tannin content nature, the crystal content nature. Whereas in root bark, we are not observing lot of the acicular crystals and microcrystals. Whereas the stem bark, which is having lot of microcrystals and rhomboidal crystals. This Thalisapatra, very beautifully mentioned. Taxus baccata is the official source. In the name of that one, this Abies aviana we are using. Rhododendron in Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh, we are using in the name of this Taxus baccata. Flocotia indica, this also used in the name of this Thalisapatra, wrongly identified and using in the name of this Thalisapatra. This Thalisapatra, Taxus wallachiana and spectabilis, morphologically we are having the same sized leaves, but anatomically we are getting very beautiful differences between these two Taxus wallachiana and other in Abies spectabilis. Stomatal difference and also fibers, dignified fibers, tannin contents, oil globules also, and also whereas in Taxus wallachiana we are getting two-layered palisade parenchyma, whereas Abies webiana we are having only single layer of palisade parenchyma. Morphologically also we can differentiate it Tamalpatra, Cinnamon tamala and Cinnamon sulfuratum. While you are using in the name of Tamalapatra is easily adulterated because of the same family members. In the name of that one, we can use any different kinds of cinnamon plants. Another one is the honey. Honey is the mother liquid which we are using all the preparations and other things. This honey, which is naturally available, it is nearby 7 to 8 different types of honey we are getting. Nowadays, it is artificially we can prepare in the extraction units by sugar and by adding the pollen grains of the plants, we can easily adulterate it with that one. For this preparation, usually the big fans they are putting and spraying this sugar juice on that one. These honeybees are collecting this sugar juice and stored in their combs. After finishing that one, we are taking out of that one and adulterated, adding the pollen grains in that honey and filled it like anything, then sold in the name of honey. While for this one, very easy steps are there to identification tests. Water test, you know that very commonly we are using the original honey, which are not, which is not easily dissolved in the water. It is settled down in under the water. Cotton flame test. Cotton, if it is adulterated, while this smear the honey in the cotton and you just flame it. If we are getting crispy sound, it is adulterated. Without any crispy sound, it is original. And threading nature, usually whenever we are receiving this honey, we are keeping between the fingers and observe that one. If it is, we are getting only single thread, long thread, then it considered as original honey. We are getting more than 3 to 5 threads in the sense maybe it may be adulterated with sugar or this jaggery. Another one is kesar. It is very costlier drug. In the name of this one, the adulteration is very commonly all over the India we are using. This kesar, depending on the size of this gynoecium part, usually this monocot Himalayan region we are getting, Jammu Kashmir Valley, the depending on the size of this gynoecium length, the quality can be assessed. If it is the more length, it is the first quality. The second quality, third quality is very short in sizes. Based on the length only we can standardize this. Adulterant, how we can make this adulterant very beautifully in the market samples, we can, all the members, you can observe this corn, popcorn. The fresh popcorn that is having the at the end we are having the thread like structures. Usually this is resembles with kesara. In the market they are admixed with this kesara, cut into small pieces and sold in the name of Naga kesara. Another great drawback of this one, you know, lal mirchi, mari, katuvirya, red mirchi flakes. This exactly also resembles this Crocus sativa gynoecium part. Red mirchi flakes cut into thread-like structures and admixed with this kesar and sold in the market. For this test, we can easily identified by putting this kesar in the milk. It will turns into yellow color, whereas other adulterated we are not getting the color from the corn threads, the red color from the red mirchi flakes, like this. Another one is important, we are using all over the India, Hingu. Nobody is seen this one, Ferula asafoetida. It's Afghan based. Actually, what is the original nature of this Hingu Ferula asafoetida? It is looking like a boomer. 1 rupee boomer in the market, you are know that one, bubble gum. It is exactly, it is that consistency. While we are pressing, that will extend very easily, rubber like exactly that boomer. Nowadays, it is very costlier, more costlier. In the name of that one, we can easily prepare in the home. How we can prepare? Maida, it is very easily available in the market. Make it semi-solid. Mendo vada aapko pata hai. This we can making as fry. Making this maida semi-solid and fried, then cut into cubes. And hing spray is available in the market. You just spray it on that cubes and sold in the market in the name of hing. Like that. Another form we can receive in the market, it is in the powder form. Nobody is know that one, this is good quality of hing. But the reason behind this one, suji. Upma we are preparing out of that one. This suji easily roasted and just mixed with the essence of this ingo, we can make package of beautiful name of ingo that we are using in the preparation. So this is the known things, unknown things to the peoples. The mirchi, hingu, then this one, kesar, this honey. These are all very unknown things to the people, very common people. Common people, what they are thinking, honey, honey, एक bottle को एक bottle free. Kesar, 100 rupees को 100 gram. 100 gram कौन दे? More than lakh rupees per kg it is there. Hingu, more than thousands of rupees per kg. Nowadays in the market, you are getting very easily. See, like this, we are came across so many plants, so many substitutes, adulterants, pratinidhis, making adulterants, how you make adulterant very easily. Substitution and adulteration is very common in the market. Mainly, the reason is because of money and non-availability of original plant. Substitution of the herbs is the need of our. Substitution is required. More than 300 medicinal plants becoming red listed. Don't worry. Within few years, we are not getting to see the plants naturally. So many plants. The most essential criteria for the substitution is the pharmacological activity, whether it is working on particular disease or not. कफ के लिए दूसरा प्लांट टाइलोफोरा अस्थमेटिका छोड़कर दूसरा प्लांट यूज करेगी तो when we are overcome from the cough, then okay. This required. Rather than morphology or phytoconstituents, pharmacological action is very important. Keeping this consideration, we can substitute that one. Substitution of herbs achieved many goals. Through the basic idea was to provide similar therapeutic effect as that of original. It wants to give its original therapeutic value. It provides a greater scope for physician to utilize herbs that easily available. The rare drug which are not available in the name of substitution, we have to find out very easily available in the nature. It is not that all adulterations are international malpractice as started in many literatures. With our experience, it is noted that herbal drugs are adulterated unintentionally also, and also intentionally also adulteration takes place. Suppliers are illiterates. They don't know whereabout of this quality. Their spurious supply they are making. Major reasons are confusion in the name, non-availability, lack of knowledge about authentic plant. Even scientific community and traditional physicians are unaware of it. Nowadays, Ayurvedic drug industries follow high quality standards by using modern techniques and instruments to maintain their quality. Apart from this, WHO in this publication on quality standards for medicinal plant material recommends rejecting any batch of raw materials which has more than 5% of any other plant part of the same. See how we can use this. WHO guidelines they are recommending which has more than 5% of any other part of the plant of the same plant. For example, stem in leaf drug, leaf in stem drugs, nevertheless if are deriving from the authentic. Based on these standards, adulteration, whether the intentional or non-intentional, it should be take care about of these drugs. And also while we are choosing, we can see the plant whether clinically proved or not. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was great listening to you, sir. Now it's time for question and answer session. Participant can raise the question in the chat box. So there is one question, sir.
Yes.
So will the anatomy of a drug change at different place in which it grows or the type of the soil and availability of water?
Usually the anatomy will not changes. Some of the cellular constituents depending on the nature, in the sense the temperature of the area, the light, the availability, environmental conditions, some of the cellular organization will take place. Not completely the chemical constituents or cellular constituents does not changes.
Sir, will there be any microscopical changes in leaves if it grows without sunlight, sir?
Definitely. Without sunlight, the plant does not prepare the food. If the plant does not prepare the food, there is a lack of the phytoconstituents. We can lack the this phytoerythrins, phytoconstituents, the starch grains, the crystal systems, Joe constituents which are available in the natural environment, somewhat more or than it is decreases automatically.
Okay, sir. So none of the other drugs will have the medicinal value and the potency of original drug, isn't it? Serious side effect could be the harming some patient.
So whatever may be the thing, while selecting the substitutes or adulterants, if only if it is proved the efficacy, clinical efficacy, either it pharmacologically, yeah, preclinical work, particular disease, if it is working, then no problem. If it is not working, it should be gives a side effects, definitely.
So, so we modify certain drugs for our own convenience. To what extent the guna and virya of the original drug and modified one change? Will it affect the chikitsa if prescribed?
See, we are selecting based only on that particular taste, then organoleptic characters, then preclinical methods and other things. Some of the plants which we are using for vata, some of the plants which we are using for kapha, pitta, like that, vata, pitta, kapha. Based on this, we can prefer the plants. If we are giving the opposite condition plants, definitely it is we are going for the different the side effects. Based on only the gunadharma, we can suit and select the substitutes and the pratinidhi plants.
So, so there is one question, sir. I saw a Vaidya very upset when you brought him the drugs. I was using to prepare a kashaya for my brother. He told me the treatment will not work and the patient will think that Ayurveda doesn't work or that he am not a good Vaidya. This situation seemed to be a real problem for all Ayurvedic community. Don't we need urgently an ethical community to try to improve the situation? Why is this permitted, sir?
See, all the plants which are having their own chemical constituents and other things, while Ayurveda, we have to keep the faith only. On that only basis, we are keeping the Ayurveda, then modern, then homeopathy, Siddha. And while we are stick on that particular medicine, we are going for that particular medicine only. But rather than this one, what happens while preparing this one? Some standardness according to the WHO guidelines we have to follow. Whether we are using for the different types of diseases also, particular disease, whether they are mentioned in Vedas or Granthas, we have to look for that one. Then only we can choose that one without knowing any that pharmacological actions and phytoconstituents of that one. For the safer side, we can use for that.
Okay, sir. So, like honey in ghee, also adulteration is more nowadays. Is there any parameters to identify it, sir?
Honey had told you 2 to 3 very well known identification test for honey. Like that also ghee, nowadays you don't imagine that one. We can use only this one, the white oil. They are easily mixing with that one. Only the chemistry of phytochemistry department, they will give the certification how much of ghee is present in that one, how much of other oil is present. But very common identification character by rubbing on the hands and other thing, it is not scientific method. While we are going for the chemistry only, we can assure that one. We can go for the refractive index of that one, saponification of value of that one, iodine value of that specific grita, like this different parameters which we are using in the chemistry lab. By the that standards which wanted to meet, then only it is considered as original grita or honey. Rather than this one, it is mostly in nowadays you don't go for this honey, grita, whatever may be the thing. This is happening all over.
So, how to select a substitute for a particular drug?
Substitute or pratinidhi, more or less it is similar. Substitute, whether it is similar family, in the sense mostly the chemical constituents are similar, and also rather than that one, by morphologically whether it is similar, then the go for the microscopical observation, similar cellular constituents if we are getting, no problem. Then go for the phytoconstituents in the chemistry. Then if it is meets more than 90%, okay, then it is administered to the pharmacological action. If it is giving the same results, then we wanted to select it is substitute.
So, will there be any side effect if there is more adulterants in the drug?
Definitely. One is what I had told you, the Kampilaka very easily admixed with brick powder. If it is Kampilaka original only, we can use and safer side. Otherwise, it is very gives a dangerous effect.
Sir, is there any institute making research to tell us if the adulterant has the same potency and clinically the same result?
All the universities which are having the big names, in Chennai it is having one the CCRS lab. In our university also we are making the standards, and also in some SDM college they are also doing this one. In Pune Institute, we are having number of institutes, NIIT, we are having the standard. For that standard we are supplying the drugs and other things for the chemical, exclusively this chemical constituents and other things.
So, how to find the adulterant Arjuna morphologically?
Arjuna, morphologically, the Arjuna bark outer side it is very smooth and velvety touch in nature. Inside we are getting the flesh colored reddish bark. As compared to this one, other than this Arjuna barks, we are having rough bark and dark brown color inside. That is the main difference. The original Arjuna, it's having flesh color inside. In the outer side, it is very smooth in touch.
So how to identify Nagakeswara, sir?
Nagakesara, I had already explained you. Morphologically, Nagakesara, it is white flower, while it is in the dried condition also, when it opens, only kesar will come out. Well, rather than this one, the Acrocarpus longifolia, Punnaga or Surapunnaga, it is very small flowers, and also cinnamon. Uh, whereas this Nagakesara mesophyra is a big flower. When it when we dried flower opens, we will get only the kesar from that one morphologically, and also Nagakesara only one gynoecium. It is very strongly single gynoecium we can expect rather than other plants morphologically. Anatomically, we are having different parameters, cellular constituents, and also this externally we can easily identify Nagakesara mesophyra.
So what is the principle for Pratinidhi Dravyas told in our Samhitas?
Pratinidhi is nothing but a representation, only representation. It will not having that quality. You know the meaning of representation. While I am not working, in my condition, somebody is coming and give the lecturing in the sense that is Pratinidhi will come and speak the lecture. He is not having quality or not, we don't know. Pratinidhi matlab we can use as a Pratinidhi. Instead of that, we can use this one. Whether it is having the quality, it is different, completely different.
Sir, is there any variation microscopically based on the area it grows?
Morphologically, we can get very easily. Anatomically, also we can get some the variations in the phyto cellular constituents. Some of the cells they are consist calcium oxalate crystals. Some of the area in the dried areas we can't get the oil globules, whereas in the lower areas in the South Indians we are getting some oil globules in particular plants. The anatomical structures are slight variation we are getting under the microscope.
Sir, these institute publish their research. How can a physician who can't make all this research know what he can do or not, sir?
To publish any article, first we wanted to see whether that is already published or not. Nowadays, the plagiarism is a big problem. Regarding publish the article, you are preparing your MD thesis or PhD thesis. If it is more than that 40 or 50%, it rejects from the board. And also, if it is in the PhD level, it is very difficult to make it plagiarism. It will both attacks the scholar and also your guide. By publishing, before publishing, we have to collect the information from all the internet sources. Then only we can publish the unpublished work. First of all, we wanted to review all the literature work, then only we go for the publication. Otherwise, it will create some problems like the plagiarism.
So what are the phytoconstituents changes seen in plants that grows in shadow, sir?
Shadow that is not getting the sunlight, that is not getting the proper water, proper soil, and other things. The chemical constituents which are present in the plant, but the percentage is very poor And if it is the original environment, it will give the 40% in the sense, while the shady plants will get only 4%. That will naturally happen. So because without energy, sun energy, the phytoconstituents or reduction automatically takes place.
Thank you, sir,
Hmm.
for your excellent explanation.
Thank
Here we
you.
come. Here we come to the end of the session. I express my gratitude to Dr. Harish for informative and interesting session.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Welcome.
Here the time for announcement. The next session of Dravya Guna is by Dr. Elanjalian on Friday at 6:30 a.m. The next yoga session is by Dr. Harshavardhan, Dr. Madan Kumar and Dr. Kalpana Devi on Thursday at 6 a.m. कर्मण्ये एव अधिकारस्य मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भूर्मा ते संगो कर्मणि. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to fruit of your action. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the result of your activities, nor be attached to inaction. By quoting from Bhagavad Gita, I would like to conclude the session by Shanti Mantram.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Thank you everyone for joining us today.